Watch Dr. Drew's new show at 9 on HLN. Weeknights on HLN.
Mark, Conrad Murray had one moment there where he broke down and cried, but for the most part, he's been stone-faced through the trial. How do you think the jury's going to read this?
Yes, there's something that we're seeing with Conrad Murray. We're looking for micro-expressions because he's showing very little, which shows one of 7 human emotions, and what we're seeing most with him is sadness. So at the moment that he broke down and he cried, he's showing that there is sadness. The question becomes, is it sadness for what's happened to Michael, or is it sadness for what's happening in his own life?
Despair out of his situation.
Yes.
And you said mostly he's stone-faced. Do you think that's something his legal team is encouraging him to be?
I don't know if they're encouraging him to do it, but it could be a good strategy depending on how the jurors are reading that. Because if we're very emotional, we actually want to see some emotion from someone. Right. But if we're more of a thinking person, we want to believe that him taking notes is showing that he's a very together, organized person, well thought out.
Cerebral. Okay, the one thing that Conrad Murray seems to be pretty, as you mentioned, Mark, pretty serious about is taking those notes. Is the fact that he's there, taking notes, looking at things very seriously, sending specific messages to the jurors? Let me ask this. Do the emotional jurors get the same message as the more serious-minded jurors?
No. This is a very interesting thing. The jurors are getting something different depending on what they're projecting. Because, of course, we do that when we're looking at what someone else is doing. If I'm a very emotional person, I want to connect with that person on an emotional level. If you don't show me anything, I can't connect with you. However, if I'm a cerebral person and I believe that you're somehow a very thinking person, then I want to believe that you couldn't possibly have done something as bad as what we're taking a look at here.
Do you think for the most part a jury would expect the doctor to be a thinking person and so that's portraying the more doctorly behavior?
We do expect that. We expect that the doctor, of course, we expect that the doctor is very smart and the doctor knows what it is that he's talking about. In this particular case, I don't know that that's helping him because we will be looking at the members of the family there and they're showing emotion.
That's what I would think. I would think one of the issues here is what's being attacked is his compassion and his inability to sort of do what's right for an individual, and they're talking about him abandoning his previous patients, so they're sort of attacking that. I would think they'd want a little more emotion from him.
They want a little more emotion because they want to feel something for him, because you can bet they're looking out there at the Jackson family and they're feeling something for them.